We take this kind of the smoke, the mirrors, the mystical side of this away. Just keep it relevant, right?
Totally. This video is brought to you by Sweet Success at ESS Direct. Sweet Success offers professional meeting, event, and office space that can suit your budget and the type of environment you need. You can also rent event rooms with custom seating, catering, and a variety of rental options to fit your event style and budget. For more information, go to sweetsuccess.ca, helping your business be a sweet success. Hi everyone, my name is James Martin. Welcome to Match Cut Media and Promotion. We're here to help you create your own good quality videos so you can add value back to your customers. We believe that when you add value back to your customers, it not only helps you find the right clientele, it helps those clients trust you even more, and it overall helps increase your sales. Today we're on a very special video series because we get to speak with Shane SERRA, who's an expert on web designing. We're creating a video series where we're answering very popular questions about how to create a good website and how these websites can help our business and to use videos to add more value. Right now I'm going to pass it over to Shane to introduce yourself. So again, thank you, Shane, for coming on board.
Hey, thanks, James. I'm glad to be here. So my name is Shane SERRA. I own a company called Web Experts, and we build websites. But we don't just build normal websites. We build websites that are kind of sexy, that build emotion, that build results. So as a title, I go by as a digital sales strategist, because at the end of the day, it's not about just building something pretty. It's about saying something that's actually going to sell. So we build sales funnels in everything that we do, from the website to the content marketing strategy to the SEO and even paid search strategy. So we build a funnel on everything. And as well as, because we have great analytics, we also build funnels based on your offline as well. So whatever you're doing in print or anything else, all this contributes. So thanks. I'm glad to be here. We're going to talk about web designs and sales funnels and great, and I'm just looking forward to it. So let's get started.
Fantastic. Coming up. Now you mentioned about blogs. So just out of curiosity, so is the idea that the more blogs we put out and therefore creating more of these pages, does it help better with the ranking?
Yeah, so anything that you can add to that website, we talked, when you have a website, you have a triangle, right? And the home page is at the top, and we want to make sure that we fill up this triangle as much as we can, because that's the foundation, that's the core, right? So you have a good website, you need a good content marketing strategy. Content includes video, and right?
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that we add a good amount of content. So the bigger this triangle gets, the wider it gets, it'll push that homepage further up in the rankings. Right? So blogging or adding content to that website is adding to that infrastructure. As long as the content you're adding is relevant to your end client, relevant when you look at like keywords. So if I was doing social media marketing, obviously Twitter, Facebook, those type of key phrases in my titles or in my content would be relevant, right? If I was a retailer selling socks, right? Obviously you're going to talk about the different types of socks, different colors, right? It's kind of you got to make sure that the content is relevant, but the more content you can add consistently, and I got to cover it off. Don't make it content that people wouldn't read. So we had the old days, you come up and we write an article and we just like put keywords everywhere, right? And backlinks everywhere, and that's spammy. And Google knows. Google's looking through a page. It has an algorithm. This is a lot smarter than you and I. We can't trick it. And you're going to turn around and try to trick Google and putting different keywords and different content in there to help your rankings. And most people don't realize, but it doesn't actually help. They don't know that, but the reality is when you start looking at good quality SEO, they want quality content. Now, if you were Google, wouldn't you find, what would you want? Well, you would say, I'd want relevant content. I'd want videos that answer questions, that talk to my customer. It's not necessarily about the keywords, it's truly about the conversation. And if you can answer that, so there was one post I said, well, how many words do you need in a blog post to get best SEO value? And the answer is well, how many keywords does it take to make it relevant and answer the question to your end client? Because you want your end client reading it. Google wants to show it in search results, not because they care about your rankings, because they care about what a customer search for, they find information that's relevant. So how many keywords do you need in that article that would make it relevant to your end client to answer the question? So a video comes up, video's great, especially if you have it on YouTube, because Google owns YouTube, right? But there is other video channels as well, and some people embed video directly onto their website without a third-party service, and that's great as well. However they want to put the video is fantastic. But if you put a video into that blog article, just imagine your end client's experience, and will it answer their question? All right, and then you can always put some content or bullet points or something below, right? Below the video that, because sometimes people watch a video and then they end up kind of losing their eyes and they're still listening to it, but they're scrolling. Yeah. Right? Because then all of a sudden now you're using two senses, they're hearing it. They could watch it, but then they're looking at the words. So it's actually, it gains more insight, it gains more. So all of a sudden then your engagement goes up. So, but the reality is we want people to click to those pages and we want them to click through into your funnel, right? Google actually tracks click-through, right? They know bounce rates. They know if they came to the website, they bounced and they left, right? We want them not to bounce. We want them to click through because that's showing a search engine that, hey, this information is relevant, and they click through.
I'm glad you mentioned that about the search engine because, I mean, it's the same thing with YouTube. And, we've mentioned a lot of the times with YouTube that, YouTube has its YouTube, Google, Bing, all of them have their own jobs, which is not just to help, people like us rank, but it's that they're helping the customers that are searching for an answer, searching for a result, and then getting the most relevant information to them. So it's about if we can help Google and YouTube, get onto that bandwagon, making our information relevant, actually helping the customer, being legit, being certified, then it's more likely to push us out to those people.
That's right. So when I know you do a lot of videos. So when I do a search, if I went into Google, because YouTube is the second largest search engine, right? And I guess Google's number one, right? Yeah. And they own YouTube, right? Yep. So when you think about it, if I go to YouTube, and I know a lot of people do this, obviously, right? And they do a search for here's my problem, and then your video comes up as a solution, right? So Google knows they searched this, they know that this video showed up, and they click and watch the video, which is great. They know how long they spent watching the video. They know the video might be a minute long. They know if they're on the page over a minute, right? If the video is 2 minutes long or 5 minutes long and they only spend a minute there, Google knows that as well. Yep. Right? So we want them to stay there as long as we can get them, right? But if the content answers that question, I mean, Google does listen to video, and they do have they could describe it or in your description on your video. So when you're posting your video, you want to optimize that to the best that you can as well, right? Like I wouldn't want to put spammy stuff in my description thing, right? Because that's not relevant. But Google looks at my description, but it's spammy looking, right? Like your customer's not going to want to engage with you because they're going to think, well, what company are you to put like that key phrase 10 times. Yeah. But if I look at the description and it does help answer some of the questions that I had, and it helps me want to click on the video to watch the video to learn the full story. If I see a link in that description that would link maybe to an article on this topic where that video is also embedded, but I click on that link and go to your blog post, or if I click on that link and it goes to your website, again, there's a click-through that's happening, so that would be relevant as well. So we take this the kind of the smoke, the mirrors, the mystical side of this away. Just keep it relevant, right?
Totally.